All right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some testing. So sizing is always on the front of my mind on these bikes. Today I've got a medium altitude and a large altitude, and I'm finally gonna get to the bottom of which one I like better. When the altitude launched, I went straight to a size large, and I just felt like in Europe, all the tracks are quite twisty, turny, not quite as fast as what we ride here at home. And I guess I wasn't as comfortable on the size large in Europe. When we got home, I got this medium built up and I've been riding it and I feel pretty comfortable on it. But now I've got a medium and a large built up and I'm going to do some back-to-back testing on each. So I definitely feel like I'm like right in between sizes of bikes. I could ride a medium and I could ride a large. It's not like I'm a clear-cut medium guy or a clear-cut large guy. Both bikes have their pros and cons. From what I can remember about the large versus the medium, I feel like the medium is definitely a bit more nimble and I can get a bit more weight over the front end and create a bit more front tire grip, whereas the large is really capable in a straight line, and you know, when it gets rough and steppy, you just feel like you're really centered in the middle of the bike and you don't get quite as out of sorts or as loose. Yeah, so feeling is one thing, but I've never actually timed back-to-back the two bikes. So today is gonna be a perfect day to kind of maybe not have the definitive answer on which is the best bike or which is the best size, but definitely just kind of confirm thoughts I already have or disprove those same thoughts, who knows. So today I've got a medium setup and a large setup. They're almost exactly the same build. I've got the same tire pressure, same suspension settings. I'm gonna put the coil shock onto the large frame when I go to test it, just because I've been riding the coil shock the most. Same handlebar height, same handlebar width. Basically tried to get the bikes as similar as possible. The only differences are that this medium has a angle set, a 1-degree angle set, and a 50mm stem, versus the large having no angle set and a 40mm stem. It allows the medium to be a bit longer wheelbase, the 50mm stem to put me back over the axle a little bit more, and then hopefully on the large, without the angle set, the axle comes in, but the stem is gonna put me over the same position on the bike. So kind of bringing the two a bit closer to one another. We'll see how that works in practice, but that's my theory anyway. We're just going to do our first lap on Free the Speedo. I'm going to start out with the medium bike, just because it's the one that I've been riding more lately. So, going to do a warm-up lap, and then probably try and set a fast time, or like a comfortable time on this medium. And then swap to the large, and see if we can do that again. How does this work? Mode. Oh, tight. Wonder if you can get out of that. Ugh. Off to a good start. Definitely a good track for this kind of testing. It's quite tight, but there's also quite a bit of short, fast bits where you have to hit holes pretty hard and hold yourself up. So I think that means that either bike could shine in different situations and kind of pull back slight amounts of time here and there. Just finished the 2 laps on the medium. The first lap was a warm-up. The second lap was a time lap. I did a 1:27:51. I'm gonna go try and do another time lap on large now. I have the coil shock from the medium in the large, so hopefully all the same as this bike settings wise, and go do it all again.
Oh, 1:27:26, almost exactly the same time.
So third lap, and first lap on the size large altitude, and it was interesting because I haven't ridden this size as much this year, but it felt pretty good actually. Felt like there was a lot more bike in front of me, but I could just kind of like let the bike run a bit more because there was kind of just that extra space I had. Too much different in the corners. The corners have a lot of support, so you can like still throw the bigger bike just into them, and you're not really worrying too much about loading your tire for grip or anything. Did the almost the same time. I was like a 1:27:26, and I think I was like a 1:27:51 on the medium on the first lap. So
and what about effort? Like
super. Maybe I'm like feeling a bit more warmed up now. Like for first two laps, I was definitely just a bit timid, just sore from the gym and training, and yeah, just to go fast, like right off the bat, I was just like,
Did you expect you would be short? Do you expect it to be slower? Do you hope you would be slower?
I just expected to be more awkward. Quite tight corners, like there's a couple corners where there's trees on the inside, so you're like really having to dip your shoulder. So yeah, I was expecting just kind of like maybe get hung up in those sorts of corners, but there's also quite a few bits where like you can just let off the brakes and just kind of bouncing through a lot of routes and like little off cameras and things, and I think that's where I could just like kind of just like relax a bit more on this bike. So
what do you think's gonna happen for this next lap?
it's not much different. Like there's not a lot of lines on this track. Pretty much found the only line up to that first corner.
That I definitely lost you a bit there on that inside.
Because
it's like all the way around. It's like, what am I doing out here?
Yeah. You're like, or you can like set up high. But it's sketchy because there's quite a bit of a rut to get out of. So
just try to pace it the same and see if you're faster or slower.
Yeah, basically I don't think I would try any harder. Like there's also a lot of sections like the steeper ones where it's kind of a top speed because you kind of have to like really squiggle around things, and you could clip your bars and stuff. So I'm not like pushing super hard in those bits just because it's not worth me clipping a bar and flipping over the bars. I'm just not down to do that today. So yeah.
Other days though?
Other days definitely down to carcass, but not today.
What was the time?
Only a second faster. 1:26:56.
And what do you mean holy shit? Because you thought you would go faster?
Felt quite a bit faster, yeah.
Huh.
The second lap on the size large, I went like a second quicker than either of my other runs. Definitely felt quite sketchy, and I was like definitely feeling like the bike was getting away from me in points. I think the fact that the front end is just that much farther in front of me, I'm like struggling to get my weight over that front end to control it. So I'm gonna go try the medium one more time and see if I can go a bit quicker now that I'm all warmed up.
1:24.81.
All right, so we did it. Just finished the lap, the final lap, the 5th lap with the medium, and it felt really good. I think I went approximately 2 seconds quicker on a 1:30 track. Final time was 1:24. Definitely more comfortable on the medium, I think. Like, I was able to get the grip where I needed it and finish my corners a bit quicker, which allowed me to like get on the gas just that much quicker on this tight track. I had one moment on that last lap where I was kind of in a turn and my front wheel started to push a little bit and thought I was gonna lose it and crash, but I was able to get the grip back and kind of shot me to the other side of the trail. And I kind of thought that if with that mistake and how tight my other times had been, that it would be like a slower lap, but it ended up actually being a quicker lap. There was definitely some bits that I liked the feeling of a large, just in the steeper bits, there's just more room and felt kind of nice and comfy and safe, but overall the medium went just a bit quicker. And
like, did you want the medium to be quicker?
Kind of thought that it would be, but so yeah, it could be confirmation bias. You never know. You never know. With every change in bikes, there's pros and cons. There's give and takes, and like you really like. If we went to this track was pretty twisty and tight, and we kind of chose that because that's kind of more of a representation of what we race. But if we went to a faster, rougher, straighter track, I mean, I probably would have preferred the large. So maybe we need to do another day on a different track, but for today, my little medium went fast. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions on my bike setup. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. This is fun for us. It's a good opportunity for us to test and try new things on our bikes and then document it for you, so sick.